Okay, so on today's episode of I guess just talking about music, really, we have Nas's new album, King Disease 2. It's a 15-song track with really, I think it's a Hit Boy executive produced album. And this feature list, I do like. It has people like the legendary Charlie Wilson, Eminem, Lauryn Hil out of retirement. I'm not sure if she's still out of retirement or can we expect another album or whatever it is. Lauryn Hil, A Boogie, YG. We have a underground artist too. It's BLXST. The album opens up. Anyway, the album opens up with the song "The Pressure." That has some very strong lines and good deliveries, with lines like "The pressure weighs a ton," and investing in education because they did. The second song is called Death Death Row East, which is a very weird title. But then again, I thought about it, and Nas might have had some run-ins with Death Row, and some Tupac references, and that Tupac's guy did not set him up, and that Jungle and Pac had no beef. Now, I don't know how true that is. I know there were rumors around situations like that, and Pac and the people he associated himself with weren't necessarily on good terms. But now how good, I am not too sure, and I'm not aware. He says runners with Suge, High on Life runners on Suge. Not sure how they relate. I know him and Suge are cool, I believe, so I think that's why rumors surfaced about that. But as I said, he just kind of mentions this stuff about this happening in New York. Next song is 40 Sides, where I think he just talks about him being recognized at the Grammys, saying that he finally won a Grammy, which I think is a play on words from Drake saying we finally won a Grammy. But now it says they finally won a Grammy and gave him recognition for it. EPD. I just think this is a remix from the EMPD that was on the Judah movie. That I think that's just a remix with Eminem on it, with Eminem having lines like bringing up mentors and saying I should call some of y'all saying this because some of y'all aren't real. And then mentions people like Jay, Nas, Drake, and put my name up there and stuff like that. Just put more respect on his name. Ray just kind of saying that young people are killing each other, dying over beefs that didn't need to be there, stuff like that, which I think is true. UK TV, A Boogie with a Hoodie, YG and Nas. Nas says reading from a script. Private estate like a mob boss, top off. Imagine being me in a little Uzi beat, I think. So there's this whole thing that Nas has where people were saying Nas picks bad beats. And I guess that's why I said imagine me on a little Uzi beat. Like, I don't really like that extra beat. I like the simple beat. I think that's what he was going for. A Boogie said, he kept asking, do you love me? Stuff like that. And YG said in the club like mob bosses. I think he meant to say mob deep. See, that's funny. Got unreleased love, like Tom Brady on the field. That was catchy. I guess it wasn't my favorite line, and it wasn't. I don't think anybody had like the favorite line for me. I think the Nas's private estate like mob bosses was really like my kind of thing. That I like the one verse I liked on this. Star Runner. Just saying he pulled a lot of nights happens to a king. Stuff like that. What happened to the kings? I think it's because rap changed. He says moments where he, this next song is on moments where he goes into talking about never be able to meet Muhammad Ali, but people associate with him, his brothers, of their blood or not, got to meet him. And staying away from features, like, I think that's another thing. Nas, if you look at his other stuff, he normally did stay away from features. Like, there's not a lot of Nas features. So on the DJ Khaled, when we got Nas and Jay, I think it was surprising. He's on a lot of mixtapes features, so I'm not really sure how he associated with that. And then the Lauryn Hil and Nas for Nobody, which I did like. He says, if I was Chappelle and moved to Ghana, he said I would have barely got out the South. I barely got out the South. Dog bought a plane. Like, I guess one of his brothers bought him a plane. And Lauryn Hill always, with this catchy line, says, always focus on my freedom. Making people leave. Not making time for anybody. Not wanting to do the labor, but always wanting the royalties, the spoils, and stuff like that. She says, Lauryn says, I don't do it for the fame, which I think is true. She put that one freshman album out and then didn't release anything else, which is great. And I can't be a messenger. Now I know Funny with Charlie Wilson is a little different. I like the Charlie Wilson classics. Ooh. Hold on. I like the Charlie Wilson classics. Where he goes, ooh wee. Where he goes, ooh wee. He goes, ooh, ooh, and then wee. And then he says that, no funny love. Nas is more to the rap point is, it's too many moments I thought I was gonna love again, but he didn't. So I guess that's why he's saying no funny love, because I really thought I loved you, but I ain't really putting love into a lot of stuff that ain't really true. He says I'm perfectly in love with the music. First I'm personally more in love with the music, because really nothing's perfect. I think it's a good way to look at that. And then the 15. Well, I said it's a 15 song. Brunch Sunday is just saying, bringing up student loans. Now they're flying. He was saying that girls complaining about student loans. Now they're flying with Delta. And he's just saying, like, stay out of black women's business, because it seems like a lot of people want to talk about situations that they can't really talk about because they're never that type of person or been through that situation on Brunch Sundays. Count me in. I think this is just him really kind of talking. Just saying, hey, can you over-the-counter drugs? And then Deathful, I'm not really sure where this aligned with me. Like, I love some of Nas's stuff. Composure, where he's saying, I was locked up for 10 days. My dad was he says that his mom broke up a fight between his dad and somebody, and said, hey, wait, he's in the Navy. Let's not mess up anybody's life. And I guess it's what it says. British Open Spirit. It's a weird line. I did like that a little more. My Bible. He just kind of talks about religion. Who's a sucker in religion? Living in the Bible life. He says it started with men. And people married to suffocate and stuff like that, and I think it's a weird aspect on it. He said that jewelry like Rolexes, cars like Rolls Royce, Bentley, Mercedes, where people sell so much and it becomes a curse because they want it so bad that they never look at, oh, I did that wrong, I did that person wrong, I did that wrong, let me not do that. He's had my African skin. Helps me do, I guess, his rap is or whatever he wants to do. So that's always fun. And the original, the last ending that Nas is great, where he said he swam in a Red Sea. I don't know if he's saying the actual Red Sea or the Red Sea in mind, or it's really. He says he's tried to avoid a jail cell. He says, I love mud, I'd always go back to it on my hood. Now y'all wake and look at me now because looking for a friend, King finally and King Disease. So that album's a weird listen to, but I do like the Lauryn Hil feature, the Charlie Wilson feature. The feature with the guy that's BLXST. I've never really heard of him a lot. I know people said he was nice. I hadn't really heard much from him, but I think throughout this album, I try to hear him a lot more. But I'm gonna definitely say my favorites are Count Me and Nobody, Phony, No Funny Love, Rare, Joy Runner, Moments. Bro, I don't know. I do like this album. I do. As a Nas project, I just prefer it.